Namaste. Welcome everyone to this second part of Method Foundations. My name is Carolina and welcome for this SOMAtechnique program. For today's class, you're going to need a broomstick, a stick, or anything that looks like this, that you can hold it between your hands, that you can lift, and that it's solid so that you can work today in your upper body. If you are not set with this, please go to find one and let's meet together in a cross-leg seated position. Remember that if this doesn't feel good for your hips, you can always lift the pelvis up and sit on top of a cushion or a towel so that your spine can be more upright. In our first part, we were talking about the neutral spine and what does it mean. When sitting, standing, or walking, you always want your ear, the shoulder, and the pelvis to be in one straight line. So along the class, plenty of times we say neutral spine, and that's where you would like to be. As well, in the first part, we talk about the engagement of your core, how with every exhalation we pull the navel in, and how in Pilates, when you breathe in, you would like to keep your navel engaged. So today, we're going to go further into this Pilates breathing technique, and we're going to work in something called lateral breath. How does it go? You're going to take your hands on the side of your ribs. When you inhale, you're going to always expand the ribs to the side. And when you exhale through your mouth, you're going to pull the navel in. As we saw in the first part, you can always exhale with the letter S or F to emphasize the engagement of the core, and then it's easier for the mind to engage and length. So let's go together. Place your hands on the side of your ribs. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. Take a moment to find a comfortable seat with the ears, the shoulders, and the pelvis in one straight line. Take a breath in through your nose and feel the expansion of the ribs moving towards your hands and slightly to the back. As you exhale, squeeze your navel and feel that engagement of your core. Let's keep going together. Take a breath in. You feel the length of the spine, you feel the expansion of the ribs to the side. And when you exhale, squeeze the navel towards the back of the spine, keeping the length of your spine. Continue with this lateral breath. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. If you decide, stop doing the letter S and you can just exhale through your mouth. Breath in and breath out. Just one more breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Now slowly open your eyes and grab the broomstick the width of your shoulders. Make sure always that your wrist is in a straight line with your lower arm. Never flex, never extend, always in one line so we protect the joints. As you pull the shoulder blades back and down, you're going to inhale and raise the stick almost overhead. In the moment that you see your ribs wanting to pop out, keep them closed and right with your shoulders on top of your hips. And in the exhale, we're going to press down. So let's go together. In the breath in, we rise up the stick. Lateral breath. In the exhale, squeeze the navel and take the stick right in front of your heart. Breathing in, reaching. Exhale. We start to work on the alignment of the upper body. We will try always to keep your breastbone, that is the bone here between your breast, that it's going down so that you never pop up your ribs. So let's go together. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Just two more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. And last one, breathing in. Breathing out. The goal of the exercise is to keep your spine stable so that the arms can move freely. Now you're going to keep the broomstick either above your head or slightly more forward if that's easier to pull the shoulder blades back and down. Keep your navel in, and in the breath in, you're going to do a twist towards your right. In the exhale, you pull the navel and you come back. Continue to your left. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. Shoulders away from the ears. Long neck. Lateral breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Just last one. Extra breath in. Breath out. And the last one. Breath in. And breath out. Place the stick apart and place your fingertips on the side. Your right hand rises right above your head. Anchor your right hip and come to a side stretch. Breathing in. Now, emphasize the rib coming to your hips, squeeze your navel and returning. Left side, inhaling, left arm up. Exhale, side stretch. Breathing in. And it's all about approaching the rib towards your hip as you squeeze your navel to make your spine long. Let's do it again. Breathing in. Long spine. Exhale. Side stretch. Inhale, stay. Exhale, squeeze the navel, engaging core to return. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Side stretch. Inhale to stay. Exhale to come back. One extra to each side. Find your shoulders in one same line. Find the lateral breath and the engagement of your core to come back. And if your mind wanders off, do the letter S to remind yourself to engage your core. Now let's place the hands behind the head. Plenty of times when we do our core exercises, the hands will be in this position. Now I want to remark two things. The alignment is still the same. The shoulders right above your hips. It's very nice to place the cushion of the thumb right where the skull begins. You will find like a nice hole there, and you would like to pull yourself up. In this way, you lengthen your spine, and as you can see, my shoulder blades are stable. So come to that position. We're going to mention this like interlaced fingers behind the head. Make yourself long, and as before, inhale, twist right. Exhale, come center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, come center. Can you make this move without moving your pelvis? Very basic, but even if we are advanced, we tend to compensate with the body by moving the hips, by arching your spine. So get these first minutes of the class to tune in with yourself, to arrive to your breath. One more, inhaling, exhaling, and the last one, breath in and breath out. Same thing with your side stretch. Breath in, you twist, you go side stretch, exhale, rib to your hip. And because now we don't have the support of your arms, you may need a little bit of extra core to come back. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Just one more to each. Breathing in, pressing to the hip, engage your core on the side. Last one, breath in and breath out. We're going to go into an all-fourth position. If you have sensitive knees, place the towel or your blanket under your knees. Hands will be under shoulders, shoulder blades back and down. Curl the toes under, and from here, walk yourself into a nice squat position. We're going to work into your spine roll. You're going to place your heels down and allow your arms to rest. The last point of the pelvis, the last point of the spine, it's called the tailbone, the coccyx. So you draw the coccyx down to your heels and you start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Lower back, middle back, upper part of the spine, until your head. You arrived in neutral alignment, and then you go down. Chin, chest, lower back, bend the knees as soon as you need. Then we go again. It's a breath in to roll the 24 vertebrae up, and it's a breath out to take it to the floor. If you need to keep knees bent throughout the movement, keep them bent. Or maybe as soon as your spine is more warmed up, you can do this with the knees extended. We're going to do this 2 more times. Find the neutral standing, and then from the head you go down. And one last. Exhale up. Inhale up. And stay. Now let's start in the center of your mat with the feet together. The more you squeeze between your thighs, some people, because of their legs, you will see that they are kind of apart. Even if they are not touching, you would like to bring them to the center. Your hands are going to be on your shoulders, making a line from elbow to elbow. Make sure that you're not arching, that your tailbone is down and your navel is in. Remember your lateral breath, and shift the weight to your toes, and shift the weight to your heels. Shift the weight to toes, and shift the weight to heels. So now you're starting to feel how it is to be in the front of your foot, how it is to be in the back. And we're going to stay halfway, but a little bit more forward. Squeeze your legs together and lift the heels up in one go and slowly go down. It's an inhale to lift. It's an exhale to take it to the floor. Ideally, the alignment of your spine remains. 5 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to go down. Make sure you're pressing into your big toes, that you're not falling to your pinkies. Keep your navel in. If your arms or shoulders are tired, of course you can place your hands back on your hips. Inhale, lateral breath. Exhale, squeeze the navel to go down. Inhale, lateral breath. Exhale. Just 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. And you're going to stay on the tip of your toes. Hands behind the head. Remember, you want to pull your skull away. We start with the princess. You start to walk with the right and walk with the left. Ideally, the pelvis stays still. So no salsa hips. You don't drop the pelvis to the side. You keep it centered and you start to walk. The right and the left. And this is part of a very classical sequence of Pilates called footwork. So Pilates is a method that it's not only about the mat, but it's about also the props and some machines. So now, of course, we're going to do all the mat work and some props. But I'm going to introduce you to some of those sensations that later on they are built through the machine workout. So press into your toes, lift yourself up till the crown of the head, and slowly resist the coming down of your heel. That resistance will increase the strength of your muscle and make it long and lean instead of bulking, because in Pilates we don't bulk muscles. So let's go for 8 more times. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to stay on the tip of the toes to squeeze your navel to hold it there. If you can, you're going to make a tiny twist to your right like we previously did. Squeeze your navel and come back. If this is too much, take your heels down. Inhale or stay in balance. Exhale, come back. 4 more times. Breathing in. Squeeze your legs together. Find the center. Inhale. Exhale. We have 2 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. And the last one. Come back center. Heels goes down. Arms relax and shake it off. For your next position, you're going to spread the legs apart, more legs 60 or more centimeters apart from each other, and you're going to turn out. Turn out, instead of being straight, you make like a V position with your feet. So if you're together and you turn 45 degrees, you're like a letter V. Now spread the legs 60 or more centimeters apart, and then you are in a second position. From here, you're going to take your hands parallel to the floor and you're going to press with the palms down. Very important, don't take the knee in or out. Keep it always in the center of your foot. You're going to bend the knees for an inhale, and in the exhalation, I want you to press deep into those feet. Inhale, exhale. In this action of the legs, you want to keep your spine completely neutral. So shoulders stack right above your hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep moving your knees out towards the middle of your foot. Most of the cases, the knees drop in. So squeeze your navel, lengthen your spine, and let's go for 8, for 7. Open those hips. 6. 5. Can you feel the engagement of your navel when you press into the floor? The idea is to connect legs and core. 3, 2, 1, and you're going to stay low. We call this a plie. Take your hands behind the head and lengthen your spine up. And you're going to lift the right and lift the left. Lift the right, lift the left. Can you keep the pelvis stable while your foot is rising the heel? Let's try to do that. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Deeper with your plie. 4, 3, 2. The last part of this movement is both heels up. Up, 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 and the last 8, 7. Remember to keep lengthening the back of the spine. 4, 3, 2. Hold those heels up. Go deeper into your hip and hold it. 8, 7. If it shakes, it's all right. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to stretch the legs. You're going to take the heels down. And you're going to take your legs parallel. You're going to release your hands down and spine roll with open legs. You take your chin down and you exhale to go down vertebra by vertebra. Bend the knees if needed. Take a deep breath when you're down and take a deep exhale to roll up. Inhale, lengthening, neutral spine. Exhale, rolling down, squeeze your navel. Feel the length of the back of your spine. And as you press into your heels and toes, squeeze your navel in and find the 24 vertebrae coming back into your neutral. Last one. Exhale, go down. And inhale, come up. Now, like Charleston dance, you go open, close, open, close, open, close, until we are together. Now, let's come to sit on the front of your mat. And let's prepare for the next sequence, where the legs, the core, and the upper body are all going to be put together. You're going to need your broomstick. Always hold it the distance of your shoulders. Let me show you how it goes. You're going to start lying down on your back with the legs hip distance apart. My recommendation is that your heels are closer to your knees, but if you have knees problems, maybe it's better to take it a little bit further away so that we don't create pressure in the joint. You're in your neutral spine. So that means in most of us women, there is a space here under your lower back, and that's because the lower back is hollow. And it's okay now to be like that. But when you exhale, you're going to erase that curve. This is called print. And by squeezing the navel, you're going to lift the pelvis up. You're going to take your arms towards the back. You're going to take them up again. And then slowly you roll down. So you're in a neutral spine. In the exhale, you curl the pelvis. You press into your heels and you come into one straight line from knees to shoulders. Once you're stable in the lower body, you take your arms back. Remember not to pop up your ribs. Then stick to the ceiling. And then slowly we roll down. So let's do together this bridge exercise. Find the four corners of your foot. That means big toe, little one, inside and outside part of your heel. Tuck your pelvis under into a print position. As you squeeze your navel, lift the pelvis up in one line from knees to shoulders. Take the stick back for an inhale. Take the stick up for an exhale. Roll down your spine and back to neutral. Check that your shoulders are moving away from the ears. Again, curl the pelvis, lift up. Breathing in, reach back. Exhale, reach up. Roll down, and again we start. Exhale, roll. Inhale, touch. Exhale, come back. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, touch back. Exhale, return. Inhale, go down. 3 more times. If you need to do this slowly, it's all about finding the vertebra by vertebra. And as well, that the right and the left side comes off the floor and arrives to the floor in the same moment. We all tend to do compensations, so be aware of that. Me as well. So one hip can be higher than the other, one foot can press more than the other. But Pilates wants to give a time and a frame of workout where we would like to balance the muscles. So take your time for that. And slowly you're going to take it down to the floor. Now for your next exercise, you're going to bring your legs together. First you find a tabletop position only with your right leg. We did something similar on the first part of the method of fundamentals. You're going to inhale, stretch everything out, and exhale, come parallel, broomstick to your thigh. Let's go together. Inhale, stretch, exhale, take it back. Inhale, stretch, exhale, take it back. The pelvis would like to fall to your right, so avoid that by pressing deep into your left heel. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep your lower back on the floor, especially if you're sensitive in that area. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. And the foot can go flex or point, that's your choice. You can play free on that. 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to keep that V shape. It's actually a very wide V. Hold it there. Can you pull the navel more in? Lift a little bit more the arms and tuck your pelvis more under. Hold it for a breath in. Squeeze your navel for a breath out. And slowly take everything back and hold it there. Now from here, you're going to flex your foot and you're going to try it from here to lift the left leg. Stay there. Squeeze your legs together. Now we're going to do only the arms with the legs on the air. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, come back. Can you keep your lower back on the floor? If possible, the knees are going to be right above your hips. And we could do it. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze your navel and return. Breathing in, breathing out. For some of us, you may not touch the floor because then the ribs will pop up. Don't worry, just stay in the movement that suits your body. Let's go 4 more. 4. You may feel your core shaking. 3. Keep squeezing your legs together. 2. And we're going to do a last one. And then you transition to your left side. The right foot goes down. Make sure you're pressing deep. And now we go leg and arms. Inhale to go out. Exhale to take it in. Inhale to go out. Exhale to take it in. Another nice thing to check is if you look slightly down, is that the right knee is pointing up to the ceiling. Keep your lower back on the floor. And remember, if you have problems of the CI joint, the people who has this may know what I'm talking about. If you have sensitive lower back, in all of those scenarios, please keep the print of your pelvis on the ground. We're going to go for 4 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out. And you're going to keep that wide V. Tuck your pelvis deeper. Press slightly up with your arms. Find the action of the right foot pressing deep into the floor. Connect your core. Hold it for a breath in. Squeeze your navel deeper for a breath out. And bend the knee as you take your arms again to the ceiling. Take as well the right leg. And before you did the arms. Now we do legs. But if you're a super beginner, better to take your legs a little bit high diagonal and then you bend. If you have been doing more Pilates, maybe try a little bit more. If this is all too much, then just stay in this position, curling the pelvis, and that's already the same action of core that this exercise is working. So let's do all together, any of the 3 versions that suits your body and your level, and we go. Inhale, stretch, exhale, in. Inhale, stretch, exhale, in. If something feels a little bit off, just stay here and breathe deep. Inhaling, squeeze your navel, tuck your pelvis under deeper. Inhale, exhale. Do this for 5 more times. 5, 4, strong lower back on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Maybe take your legs out and hold it for 1 full cycle of breath if that's possible. Breath in, breath out. Bend the knees. Park the stick behind you. And as you're here, with your legs tabletop, interlace hands behind the head. Flex your feet as if you're standing on a floor and squeeze your navel deeper towards the ground. Lift the elbows a little bit off the floor where you can see them with the corners of your eyes. Already here, you need to feel your core working hard. Squeeze your navel deeper as well as your lower back to the floor and start to come into a chest lift and slowly going down. You're going to exhale as you lift your chest. You're going to inhale when you take it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to release. Find the sacrum, the big backbone behind your pelvis, flat on the floor, as well as your lower back. And we're going to do this 5 more times and try to go 1 more vertebra up. So lift yourself a little bit higher off the floor. 4, 3, 2, and you're going to stay right here. Take your right arm next to your pelvis. Hold and stay. Reach further with your fingertips towards the front of your mat and keep your left elbow open. Hold it here and stay. Now imagine you have like a basketball under your hand and start to pump that ball. Start to bounce it next to your pelvis. This is 1/2. We're going to inhale in 5 counts, and you're going to exhale in 5. It goes like this, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're getting tired, left leg goes down and you continue. Let's go. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more vertebra off the floor. Feel the warmth in the body. Just 1 more set. Breathing in, breathing out. And take that right hand behind your head. Extend the left next to your pelvis. If you need extra support, right leg goes down. Otherwise, keep it in chair position. Start to bounce like a ball next to your hips. Prepare to breathe and breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep both hands behind the head. Reach 1 more vertebra higher and 1 more vertebra higher. Feel the core shaking. Take 1 more deep breath in and 1 more breath out. And slowly take your chest down. Grab the stick and place your feet flat on the floor. Now, for your next move, the stick has to be right where your pelvis ends. So you're holding a little bit with your fingertips to press down. This will help to curl the pelvis as your arms are actioning by pressing to the floor. So once you're here, keep your legs together and we bend the right leg into tabletop position again. From here, like we did in the first part, but today we have the pressing down of your stick, you're going to go into leg circle. You can do it with the knee bend, as I'm doing it right now, or if your flexibility allows, you can do this exercise with the leg straight. It's all about finding length of the spine, stability of the pelvis, so that the leg can move freely. So let's go together, either knee bend or straight, whatever your choice is. And we do 5 circles. Imagine if you're with straight leg, that you're drawing a circle with your heel on the ceiling. If you're with a knee bend, that you're doing that circle with your knee. And if your question is how big you can do this movement, it should be as big as you keep your pelvis stable. So really power up your awareness and check if the pelvis is moving. 2, 1, and we all bend the knee. Now you grab the stick, and in the exhale you're going to lift the chest up, and slowly you take it down. Tiny move. Exhale, lift. Exhale, down. If this is too much for your neck, what you're going to do, you keep your hands behind the head, and you go up with that single leg up. Let's go together. 8, slowly down. 7, 6, 5. Can you go to lift both shoulder blades off the floor? 4, 3, 2, and we're going to meet all the way up. Hold it there. Stay. Check. Shoulder blades a little bit more off. Shoulders away from the ears. Reach a little bit further. And slowly go down. Take your foot down and roll your head a little bit side to side to massage the back of your skull. Then we come back to the center. Press the stick down and the left leg goes tabletop. Either bent or stretch legged, we go into your leg circle. 5 circles, trying to keep the stability of your pelvis. The breath, it's natural. At least for now. Breathing in and breathing out as you feel like. I want you to place the awareness in keeping the pelvis stable. And then you reverse it. Then you're going to stay and you're going to bend the knee tabletop. Keep the pelvis stable, grab the stick, lift the chest up for 8 times. 8, slowly down. I want you to be aware that you're approaching the ribs towards your hips. It's not about your neck. 6, 5. Check that your knees are both pointing up to the ceiling. 4, that you're not shifted to the side. 3, 2, and the last one, to stay. Check again, shoulders down, reach further, hold a breath in, a breath out, and slowly you come back. Take your hands a little bit more wider, like an inverted V. Press with the 10 fingertips into the floor. As you squeeze your navel, take both legs into a tabletop position. As you're here, hold and stay, and you're going to stretch your right, and you're going to stretch your left. And you're going to stretch your right and stretch your left. If this is too much, keep squeezing your lower back. Or if it's too easy, take your legs lower into your single leg. And we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it together and take your legs down. Now from here, you're going to turn into your right side. And imagine you are still sitting on a chair, but from the side. We have been working the lateral breath. So now you're going to lift the bottom part of your body, because here you're sinking, here you are working. The upper hand is going to be placed in front of your chest, either with the fingertips or full palm. Whatever you like works. And it's all about keeping the shoulder right above the other instead of sinking forward. So once you're here, push that left hip away and stretch the left leg out. We did some hip circles, so now I want the pelvis to be stable. From here, what you're going to do, you're going to lift, inhale, and exhale, you take it in the line of your pelvis. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. If you have doubts about if you're moving your pelvis or not, you can tap your bone and you can check if the pelvis is moving or it's staying still. Ideally, upper body stays completely stable while your leg is lifting and going down. The toes are pointing forward, your heel is reaching away, and we're going to do this 6 more times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay still and come back to your lateral breath. Inhale, I want to see your rib expanding. I want to see the navel pulling. I want to see the rib expanding. I want to see the navel pulling. One more cycle. Inhale, rib. Exhale, navel. And now with that feeling of core engagement, let's go. Kick forward, kick back. Kick forward, kick back. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. You don't need to do this big. It just needs to be stable on your hip. Remember your lateral breath and keep your navel tight. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to keep it in the same line of your spine. Push away and finish with the 5 circles. Maybe try to do it a little bit bigger. And we go 5, 4, 3. Keep reaching out for your heel. 2, 1. Never touch the floor. Keep it always in the same height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay. Push again away. Hold it there. One more lateral breath. One more squeeze of your core. And take the leg down. Stretch the left arm overhead. Feel the length. And then slowly, with your hand, you come up into seated. And from seated, you go into an all fourth position. I want you to squeeze your navel in, and you're going to keep working with the same leg you were working before, so the left leg. As you push your hands down, as you move your shoulders away from the ears, take a moment to squeeze your navel and hold it here. Stretch the left leg all the way out, and the navel is in. If you look down, the toes has to be pointing to the floor. That's how you make sure that you are with the pelvis aligned. Squeeze your navel and hold it here. Once you have this alignment, I want you to pull the knee into your chest and you're going to stretch it out. Small movement, nothing on your spine. It's all about the leg and finding the stability of core and of upper body. So keep pressing into those hands, and we're going to do this for 6 more times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, can you be stable on your core? 1, hold and stay. To finish the sequence, maybe the right hand can tap diagonal, or if you want to upgrade it, you take your hand in the line of your ear. Lengthen yourself from toes to fingers, squeeze your navel, hold it there, breathing in, squeeze, breath out. One more breath, inhaling, exhaling. Place your hand on the floor, tap your toes, press back into that heel, lengthen the back of your leg for a breath in, for a breath out. And slowly, let's change into the other side. So I'm going to change the direction to lie down now on my left. Sitting chair position, so if you take a picture from above, you need to see that your knee and your hips are in the same line. Remember, we don't want to collapse on the side, we would like the side to be lifted. The hand will be either with the fingertips, we call this cupcake or Spider-Man, or the full palm on the floor. This is to avoid the shoulder collapsing forward, but to be right above the other shoulder. Stretch your right leg out and push away from the heel. Remember, lateral breath and the squeeze of your navel. We start with the side lifts and take it down. Because of the anatomy of the human body, if you're parallel, so that means with the toes facing straight forward, the leg will not go more than 30 degrees. So don't worry in opening a lot the leg. It's not about that. Now it's about engaging the side muscles of your pelvis, the ones who helps you to stabilize when walking, and as well to keep the pelvis stable while the leg is moving. So now let's start to count 8 more. It's all about finding the engagement of the core. 7, and check. Did you collapse on the side or it's still away from the mat? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in one line with your head. Now, lateral breath. Inhale, open ribs. Exhale, navel squeeze. Inhale, ribs. Exhale, navel. One more. Inhale, ribs. Exhale, navel. And now let's go. Inhale, kick forward. Exhale, kick back. Ideally, the leg moves in one parallel line to the floor. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. If you have doubts, you can always place your hand a little bit on your hip to check that the pelvis remains still. And we get 5, and back. 4, back. 3, 2, 1. And keep it in the same line of your head. Go into circles. You go forward, up, back, and down. And you never touch the floor. You keep it always in the high of your hip. And we have 3 to go. 3, 2, 1. Reverse the movement. And we get 5, 4. You may experience the muscles around your thigh. 3, 2, 1, hold and stay, push away, one more lateral breath, inhaling, exhale, pull the navel, take your leg down, reach your right arm overhead, feel the stretch of your whole side, a deep exhale, and with your hand help yourself to come up to seated, and from seated we transition to all fourth position. So the hands are resting right on the shoulders with the knees under your hips. Squeeze your navel and stretch that right leg out. Square your hips by looking down and checking that your toes are pointing to the floor. Take that leg up, squeeze your navel, press into the hands, and stay here. Once you find stability, knee goes in and knee goes out. It's a breath in to go in and a breath out to come to stretched. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And let's go for 6, press. 5, press. Remember when you were pressing the floor in the warming up when we were standing? This is also part of your footwork where you want to engage your leg in relationship with your core. 2, 1, and hold and stay. You can stay here. You can lend your left hand to tap the floor, or if you want more, take your hand next to your ear. Find the longest distance from your hand to your foot. Squeeze your navel and make yourself even more long. Take a breath in. Squeeze your navel and breath out. Just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hand. Place your knee. Knees together. Sit on your heels. This is called resting pose, like a child pose, but with the knees together. So don't worry if your head is very far away from the floor. In Pilates here, it's all about stretching your lower back. You can even make 2 fists on top of each other and rest your forehead down if you're kind of close to the ground. Otherwise, it's okay if you're far away from it. Take a breath in into your lateral breath. And I want you to squeeze your navel towards the back to feel the navel moving away from the thighs. 2 cycles. Breathing in, lateral breath. Exhale, squeeze your navel. Just one more. Breath in and breath out. As your pelvis press into your heels, roll the spine 1 vertebra at a time until you are neutral. And now we go to sit. You're going to need your broomstick again, and the feet are hip distance apart. The broomstick, it's going to be hold, and make sure again that your wrist is in one line with your lower arm. As you're here, the motion, the movement of doing like this with the pelvis has multiple names. It can be called curling, it can be called scooping, it can be called tilt. So any of the words will mean that you have to take your pubic bone towards your navel. So let's do that together. So hands are in one line with your shoulders, feet hip distance apart with the feet flexed. You're going to curl the pelvis as you exhale, and you're going to inhale to come back, if possible, to a neutral seated. Exhale, you curled. Inhale, you length. Exhale, you curl. Inhale, you length. And depends how you feel your spine. You can try to maybe go slightly lower, but it's very important that every time you're going up, that you make more roundness here, so more approaching ribs to hip before the lift happens. Let's go. Exhale to curled. Inhale to go up. Lengthen the back of your neck. Exhale to curl. Inhale to go up. Find that point where you can feel a little bit of a shake. If you can do full rolls, of course, do it as well. And we have 2 more. Curl the pelvis. Find your nice C shape. And the last one, stay in that C shape. The C shape means, because it's a letter C, from the head to your pelvis if you see it from the side. Shoulders down, hold and stay. And hold it, breath in. Tuck your pelvis deeper, breath out. If this is too much, just come up. 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale, and slowly return. Your next move, it's called spine stretch forward. You're going to keep the broomstick in the line of your shoulders. If this is too difficult to sit like this, please bend the knees and stay a little bit more up straight. Spine straight forward goes like this. Imagine there is a table here. I'm going to slide my arms along the table, trying to keep it all the time in the same height of the floor. Then I'm going to squeeze my navel and vertebra by vertebra, 24 vertebrae moved, up into your neutral seated. So, don't worry, if you're here and you're just doing like this, it's perfectly fine. In your own way, you do your spine stretch forward. So, hands like on top of a table, that helps you to reach the spine up. In the exhale, you're going to go up and over with the spine as if you're sliding your arms along the table. Take a breath in and take an exhale to come back. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Can you feel the shoulders, how they return right above your hips? Exhale to curl, up and over, squeeze your navel. Inhale. And one more, exhale. Hold and stay for a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly roll up and coming back. For your next move, we're going to go into twists. I want you to keep the broomstick aside. Take your hands facing each other, and you're going to curl the pelvis and slowly roll down. If you need your hands to help, you roll down with your hands, and then we see each other's lying down on the back again. From here, you take your legs together to find first your middle line. Once you're stable and grounded, take your right leg into a tabletop position. Interlace hands behind the head. The pelvis will curled, so that means you're printed so that your lower back stays flat on the floor. Once here, you're going to twist towards your right side and you're going to come back to tap. You're going to exhale to twist, inhale to go down. Let's do this together. You go 5 and down. 4, down. 3, 2, can your pelvis still? 1, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold and stay. Check. Is your knee pointing up? Can you lift both shoulder blades off the floor? Now, little pulses up, going even further into your right, but keep your left hip on the floor. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and stay. Check again. 1 breath in, 1 breath out, and slowly go down. Take a moment here. Keep your leg very tight because we have one more addition. You can repeat any of the previous ones, or you're going to lift and you're going to go stretch and bend. Imagine that there is a string from the knee to your left elbow. Keep your pelvis still and only move your leg, keeping the rest of the body still. You're going to feel it in the right side, in the lower obliques. So, chest lifts diagonal. Hold and stay, or if you want, add your leg. Inhale, exhale. Imagine the knee wants to go to your left elbow. We got 10, bend. 9, bend. 8, 7, can you keep yourself up? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly go down. Grab the right thigh, take it to your chest, extend the left leg, find that nice stretch in the front of your left hip, compression on your right. 1 breath in, 1 breath out, and slowly legs together. This is to find your middle line. The left leg goes tabletop, flex or point your foot, that's your choice, and curl the pelvis so that your lower back stays flat on the ground. Interlace hands, remember to place the thumbs under your skull, and as you exhale, you're going to twist your left and slowly go down. Twisting left, slowly down. If you need to do this slower, please do so. And remember that your knees wants to be pointing up and your pelvis wants to be still. Ideally, both shoulder blades will come off the floor. 5 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to stay up. You can hold or you can do little pulses 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and stay. One breath out, and coming down. Now you can repeat the normal lifts or you can add the single leg stretch. If you add single leg stretch, you're going to lift the spine, hold it there, and you go. Stretch, bend. The left knee to your right elbow. Keep the pelvis still and the right knee pressing into the floor. Let's go. 6 to go. Stretch, 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly take it down. Grab the left thigh from the back, take it towards your left shoulder, and stretch that right leg away. Feel the full length from the crown to your right heel. And as you're here, take also the right leg to you, grab the thigh from the back, do a little kick, and let's go to seated. So our next move is called rolling like a ball, and it goes like this. To begin, the feet are together and the knees are shoulder distance apart. More or less, the feet are 3 palms away from your pelvis. Option number 1, you hold the thighs. If you want more, you can hold your ankles. Let me show you from the thighs how it goes. You curl the pelvis and you come into your C shape. Your shoulders are away from the ears. The heels will come off the floor and the toes as well. So this is your ball position. Let's stay here and we breathe. So together, grab the thighs or your ankles, whatever your toes is. Curl the pelvis, C shape. Walk your feet towards you and first find that ball position. Come back to that lateral breath if you have. Forget about it. And every time you squeeze your navel goes in, shoulders are relaxed. Keep breathing with the side of your ribs. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. As you place your feet, open the knees like butterfly and roll the spine forward. Take a breath. There we go. Sorry. So we continue, and now you can decide to do the ball normal or to roll like a ball. Let me show you how it goes. The movement starts by tucking your pelvis. So because the pelvis tucks, you roll and you have to stay in balance. Let's do this together. Try that the knees are always in the same distance of your shoulders. So first you come to a ball. You can stay here or you inhale to go back. Exhale to find your balance. Inhale, rolling like a ball. Exhale to come back. If you realize that your spine is bumping to the floor, so that means this is happening, then that means you're stretching your spine. So round more, look down to your heels. So let's be playful in the last minutes of class. You take an inhale, hop, and you take it out. Can you round more? Can you squeeze your navel more with an exhalation? Can you feel the expansion of your ribs? Inhale. Exhale. And we get 3 to go. 3, 2, 1. And let's stay. Find the focus, find the engagement. Take a big breath in, a big breath out, and slowly find the feet flat on the floor. Turn around, place your hands on the shoulders, Shoulder blades back and down. Curl the toes under, and we're going into a down dog. In Pilates, we call this a uplift. So you're going to press into your hands, press into your feet, and feel the length of the whole back of your body. Feel free to bend the knees, relax your head, press into 10 fingertips. Take a breath in, a big breath out. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. And slowly, you take your pelvis slightly more forward. You walk your feet back. You're going to arrive into a plank. From plank, we bend the knees. And slowly, you lie down on your belly. Your hands are going to be on the side of your shoulders with the elbows pointing to the back. You curl the pelvis so your navel moves away from the mat and the nose will be touching. In the breath in, you're going to lift the chest up. And in the exhale, you're going to go down. Now, let me explain you this. It will start a little bit like placing the nose forward, but the rest needs to be done with the rib cage. And in the exhale, you take it down. The neck will try to move a lot, but don't do too much with your head. It's more about the spine, the part of your rib cage. Inhaling, this is called the back extension. Exhale, you take it down. We do this 4 more times. Squeeze your navel, breath in, lateral breath. Exhale, navel moves in. Inhale, lateral breath. Exhale. 3 more times if you want the hands to float off the floor. And can you feel that you're moving vertebra by vertebra? Or are some vertebrae moving like a block? It's good to realize this. And we're going to keep working on this in the further classes. Last 2, breath in. Breath out. And one last, breath in. And breath out. You're going to place your feet and legs together. You're going to come to your resting pose, to sit on your heels, and to completely rest with your upper body. Remember the lateral breath to expand the rib sides and back. And with a deep exhalation, you pull the navel and you allow the body to completely melt towards your thighs. Just one more deep breath. And slowly, as you press with the pelvis into your heels, you roll the spine 1 more vertebra at a time. You can stay seated like this, or you can go into a cross-legged seated position and grab the stick for your last exercise to check again how is spine alignment. You're going to take again your broomstick right in front of your shoulders, and the idea would be now to see when you lift up and we take it back again in the line of your shoulders, what's happening with the rest of your body? Are we able to lift the arms without compensating with the rest of the spine? Take a deep breath in when you lift and take an exhale to go down. And how this applies to daily life. In daily life, plenty of times we take things that are right above our head, especially in the kitchen or in the bookshelves. So normally what tends to happen is that we pull the shoulders towards the ears and we lose the alignment of the spine. So we're going to do this for 5 more times, trying to give the mind the time to settle this movement where you are able to lift the arms without compensating with any part. And in the next one, you're going to stay overhead and find the tailbone pointing down, the crown of the head reaching towards the broomstick. Find the length of the spine in this neutral alignment. Find your lateral breath. Find the engagement of your core. Find the relaxation of your shoulders. And then keep it at length, super slowly, like super slow motion. You're going to take the broomstick down, trying to keep the length of the spine, a soft engagement of your core, and the alignment. and then slowly open your eyes. Let's find each other seated. So today we learned about this lateral breath, that is breathing with the side of your ribs so that the navel can all the time stay in. As well, we have been working in the alignment of the spine, this neutral alignment, and how we are able to move the arms without compensating with the rest of the body. One of the most important things not to compensate is to have a strong core. Therefore, we have been working your obliques, the rectus abdominal, that is the muscle in the front of your core. We have been working the back muscles, but as well, we have been working a lot on your legs because that's where we spend most of our time, and the legs needs to be strong and aligned so that the pelvis can be more still and the spine can be more in a proper alignment. I hope this class gave you a moment of connection, of engagement, and even more knowledge so that you know how to move your body in the rest of the days, weeks, and years to come. My name is Carolina. If there is any questions, please let me know. If you have still questions about it, you can also watch the part number 1. Remember, this class is a donation class base, so any way of contribution will help to keep building all these classes. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Until next time, namaste.